welcome to Watermelons, where we're red and we're green. I'm Tom Pizzi, and I created this channel as a platform for political discussion and insight from the world of environmental leftism. On this channel, we champion eco-socialism in the eternal quest for liberty, equality, and solidarity. This is the very first episode, so I want to thank you for joining me at the beginning of this journey. Today's topic will be why socialists should join the Green Party. So, just to lay down some ground rules, in this video I will specifically be making the case for joining the Green Party of England and Wales. Now, I'm sure there are many excellent reasons why socialists would want to join the Scottish Greens or the Green Party of Northern Ireland, but I don't have the first-hand experience to talk to that with authority. Hopefully, one day we will get someone from those parties to maybe make that case here on the channel. So yes, as I referenced, I am a member of the Green Party. I joined the Greens when they were the only major party actively campaigning against the devastating austerity programme of David Cameron and Nick Clegg's government. When they were the only major party calling for the widespread nationalisation of core utilities. It was the boldness and pride with which the Green Party stood and continues to stand for investment in our public sector and for improving the lives of normal working people, in comparison with Ed Miliband's austerity-light red Tories that convinced me that the Green Party was my political home. Which brings me to my very first reason socialists should feel at home in the Green Party. And it seems a pretty obvious one, but it is the policies. A common misconception of the Green Party is that it exclusively cares about stopping climate change and preserving nature with a disregard for normal working people's lives. Well, the Green Party certainly does see climate change as the biggest issue that we need to face head on, and protecting our natural world from extinction and mass destruction will always be at the heart of any Greens decision-making process. However, in all the years that I have been a member of the Green Party, I have known its members and its philosophy to be guided by a single doctrine that you cannot help but bump into on a regular basis. That doctrine is ecological justice is inseparable from social justice. The Green Party has a written philosophical basis, which among other statements lists equality and material security for all as principles which form the very foundation of the party. I'd like to quickly read you the two introductory sentences which accompany the philosophical basis. It states, "The Green Party believes a system based on inequality and exploitation is threatening the future of the planet on which we depend and encouraging reckless and environmentally damaging consumerism. A world based on cooperation and democracy will prioritise the many, not the few, and will not risk the planet's future with environmental destruction and unsustainable consumption." So with this background, it should be unsurprising that instead of being just a bunch of NIMBYs, the Green Party has a long history of advocating for socialist policies. These range from the aforementioned nationalisation of utilities such as water and rail, abolishing the internal market, which is tearing apart our NHS from the inside out, returning to free prescriptions, ending the nuclear weapons programme, and getting rid of tuition fees. to radical forward-looking policies like a universal basic income, which the COVID-19 pandemic has only further highlighted as the solution we need. All these policies can be found in a document known as Policies for a Sustainable Society and are the agreed political objective of the party. That document is then used to draw up a deliverable programme for a 4-year parliamentary term, which is presented every election as the party's manifesto. Take, for example, the Workers' Rights and Employment chapter, which introduces the idea of limiting executive pay to 10 times that of their lowest paid staff member, and introduces a whole raft of measures that will empower unions to act on behalf of their members, including making trade union recognition compulsory amongst all employers. Heck, the Green Party would remove the constitutional monarchy. So, how did the Green Party end up with so many great leftist and socialist policies? Well, it's simple. The members voted for them. Which brings me on to my next reason socialists should join the Green Party. The internal democracy. Now, I know talking about the structures of an internal party democracy can be unbearably dry, but it really matters, so I hope you'll hear me out. The Green Party structure is one whose intention is to be grassroots-led and bottom-up, rather than top-down. One demonstration of this is the manner in which policies get decided. As I mentioned earlier, all policies are voted on by the members. This happens at the Green Party's conference, which, as it stands, any paid member of the party is eligible to attend and vote at. These conferences are constitutionally the supreme forum of the party and operate on the basis of one member, one vote, with no vetoes or overrides available to overrule the democratic will of the members. However, I am by no means saying that conference is perfect. If you've been yourself, you'll be familiar with the experience of some conference attendees dragging everyone through a laborious, self-inflicted bureaucratic nightmare and holding up progress. It definitely needs reform. So who decides what policy motions get heard at conference? Well, let me tell you. Any member can submit a motion providing they follow the appropriate consultation processes laid out in the standing orders documents and have 12 members to formally propose. At the final agenda stage, members then get to vote in a prioritisation ballot, which decides the order in which the motions will be heard in their respective categories. Even with the need for reform, the Green Party conference is an exercise in grassroots democracy which has delivered socialist and radical policies, and it continues to be a vehicle by which eco-socialists can shape the party's policy platform. The next reason I believe socialists should join the Green Party is because change needs change. I want to make this abundantly clear. This is not an attack on all eco-socialists in the Labour Party. I have the highest regard for these comrades with whom I have worked with on cross-party campaigns and issues, and where we disagree on strategy, they will always have my solidarity, for our fight is the same fight. However, it is my genuine view that the kind of radical change that eco-socialists want to see cannot be delivered by a party shaped by the very establishment we want to overthrow. Any party which has its machinery, processes, or yes, its legislators, captured by neoliberal institutions will not only fail to deliver change, they will actively sabotage any chance of it happening. The future of both people and planet is too important to be left in the hands of a party which is volatile to the politics that will save them. It's too important to be left in the hands of a parliamentary party that spends more time briefing against the left than attacking the Conservatives. And yes, it's too important to be left in the hands of a party with a caucus who would sooner sabotage their own election campaign than win and prove that neoliberalism of the late 20th century has failed. Establishment parties have proven themselves incapable of accepting eco-socialist change. That means we have to build outside of these establishment structures. We need a radical, outsider, insurgent party which we can build to win, unconstrained by the influence of the establishment, and that isn't reliant on the loyalty of any neoliberals. So here is my pitch. The Green Party has a strong, recognisable platform and brand. The Green Party already has a vast array of socialist policies, many of which are far more radical than the policies that Labour have ever held. The Green Party has an internal party democracy which has produced socialist policies and will continue to do so. The Green Party has continued to increase its electoral success across England and Wales, increasing councillor numbers year on year, and in the last decade since Caroline Lucas's election, the party has increased its general election votes by 215%. I believe the Green Party is perfectly placed to become that insurgent, outsider, radical eco-socialist party that we need. So I invite you to join me in joining the Green Party and making eco-socialism a reality.